What up, guys? New It's Runway Chronicles. This is the movie section. Let's get right into it. I went and saw Avatar, Fire and Ash, and The Housemaid with Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried, however you say it. Let's get into it. The Housemaid. Wow. My wife has read the books. Freedom McFadden's books. Has read Colleen Hoover's books too, because we were talking about Verity that comes out next year in October, and how they have a lot of similar tropes. And so watching the movie with her, watching her kind of go between her brains and not be sure which one we're watching, this one or that one, unsure for sure, was really cool. That being said, I'm more there because I love Sydney Sweeney. I'm a fan of Amanda Seyfried all the way back to Mean Girls. Our boy who plays Andrew, I like him from being Atlas 2 years ago when It Ends With Us. So I was here for the movie and thought it would be really good anyway. Really good twists and turns, not surprising at all. If you read the book, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. So you read the book, I don't know what you're here for, just to hear me give an opinion, I guess. But I'm not somebody who read the book. I'm somebody whose wife was reading the book, was getting into it, and loved telling me about the story. So I was asking her questions at the movie about like things that I'm pretty sure she told me about that were going to happen. So getting into it, just what a beautiful story about a woman trying to take back control of her life. I am here for the women empowerment movement. I will always be a man who supports women first. I don't need to be anything less than a man who looks at women as my queens, if you would, plural. And you guys deserve the world, because no man's ever been able to succeed in this life without a woman right next to him, right by his side, motivating, helping him out, supporting him, loving him, cherishing him. So that being said, this movie fucks you up in that exact same right, where you're thinking to yourself, a stand-up guy, Andrew, what a great man, all these things. And you hear you hear hints, you hear moments of him trying to be cool, trying to calm down. You hear those things in little sections, but you know something's up. You know the way that Amanda Seyfried's character, Nina, is acting. You know something's been going on. You know something doesn't make sense, something feels off. I was immediately taken aback by the room that they had her staying in. Oh, we won't hear you up in this room. It's quiet. We won't hear you downstairs at all. Immediately made me think trap room. The same moment that after the first day she was there, you had Nina throwing glasses, dropping a whole gallon of milk. Just, oh my God, I'm leaving the first day. I don't give a damn. You don't got me anymore. I'm out. Right after that, why am I still here? Why am I still pretending that I want to take care of you? Ain't no way I want to do this shit. I'd run so fast. Okay, she stayed. She needed the job. She's desperate. She's on parole. She's trying to stay out of prison. So I understand. Side note for what she did with her to help her best friend out from getting completely sexually assaulted, but her best friend was still getting sexually assaulted, and she killed that man. And I loved in the movie when they were just like, I wasn't trying to kill him. Yeah, in the movie, her intent looked like she was trying to bash his fucking face in. So about you not trying to kill him, I don't know if that's accurate, but at the same time, it's saying that he deserved it. So any man who believes it's okay to force a woman down, put your hands on her, squeeze her until she cannot comply because you're forcing her, you're a piece of shit. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm African American. I'm 6'3" 3/4", 6'4", almost, if you would. I have never contemplated making a woman feel like I can put my arm in front of her, I can pin her down on the ground and do whatever I want to her. The fuck is wrong with you? The fuck is wrong with you as a grown-ass man thinking that you could do that to a woman and get away with it like it's okay? Like you wouldn't be looked at like you're a piece of shit. Yeah, we like fantasies and all those things. 50 Shades of Grey and all that kind of shit. It's cool. All that shit is cool. And it's consensual. There's a fucking difference. In that moment of watching her bash her best friend's man's head in, I'm right there with her. I'll never be okay with seeing a man ever force himself on a woman. And that goes to my sons. I got one son here and one that's almost here. If I ever hear about them doing shit like that to women, I will kill them myself. Ain't no conversation that makes sense to put your hands on a woman when she does not want it and has not dedicated herself to you, has not loved you enough to give you that opportunity. Get the fuck away from her and get off of her. Boom. Should have known Andrew was a piece of shit because of how he was talking. Should have known that Nina was trying to plot to get him to fall in love with Millie, Sydney Sweeney's character in the movie. Should have known because of how she was acting. because of how she was with wear this and oh my god, book us a show and book us a beautiful hotel and all these things. I thought it was the weirdest scene when she was like, she booked us a whole weekend that we can't even go to, and that's so great. And right when Andrew said I couldn't get the money refunded, look at my face. Couldn't get the money refunded, my ass. You bullshitting. You 100% could. You just didn't want to and you didn't care. Moving the fuck on, okay? Don't do that. Don't pretend that you couldn't. Andrew looked at Millie and said, guess what? That's the new fresh meat. That's what I want. I need it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just let Nina think that I'm somewhere. What were you gonna let her think? She was just not gonna be okay, sure. There was no world where I believe they were gonna be able to get back to that house and her not have any idea what they had done that weekend. Sure. And especially when they get back to the house and then he takes her upstairs immediately and does it again. I was like, oh my god, you really don't give a damn. Right there showed the cynicism of Andrew's character, of somebody who thinks I can have my cake and eat it too, consistently, which is such a dangerous life to live, and he knows that shit clear as day. And it was when he kicked Nina out that I was thinking to myself, good, fuck you, bitch, you're going crazy. Only to find out right after that, there's her whole story background, why she was trapped by him. Kind of in the same way Millie was, except this isn't prison and her trying to stay out and just have a job as a housemaid. This was her being a single mom, trying to become a lawyer, struggling, and being caught up in a moment in vulnerability where a man like Andrew wanted to take advantage of it. That's exactly where she got trapped into. The hair plucking scene, her needing to pluck 100 strands of hair off of her head and needed to find cuticles on the end. That shit is too much. Follicles on the end, sorry, it's too much for me. Sydney Sweeney's character having to slice her stomach 20 times, perfect lines. What the fuck are men on? What are we doing right now? Like, that's way too much. It's way too aggressive. Like, chill the fuck out. Men gotta stop this shit. There's no way to dictate a woman's life and control her and feel like you're a good person. Even a woman doing this to a man, you're not a good person if you're dictating how somebody lives, how somebody moves, how somebody smiles, or thinks they're doing good for you only to be punished and trapped in a fucking prison, basically. Oh, it's a room. Yeah, with a bucket, 3 bottles of water that are probably drugged, and a whole bunch of bullshit. No. All these conversations make me sick to my stomach as a man, because I'm a fucking man through and through. I have never ever thought to myself, let me get somebody to fall in love with me because I'm so perfect. Let me put her in a box and make her think that this is the best box she could ever be in, but I'll put her in a tinier box if she fucks up. That's what it felt like, okay? You have to learn that there are consequences to your action. Eating is a privilege. Drinking juice is a privilege. Fuck you and fuck your mom, Andrew. Y'all both bitches. Okay? It's fucking me up saying Andrew so much though because I have a best friend. I had a best friend named Andrew who passed away 10 years ago. Love you so much. Miss you. But I hate saying Andrew in derogatory because I love him so much as an Andrew. But at the same time, fuck that nigga Andrew. He a bitch. Okay? No. He a bitch. That was too much. Both those characters deserve to get that get back. I'm more happy than anything at the end of the movie, the officer they talked to, who said that her sister had gotten away from him. Right when I heard that, I'm in the theater with women and men alike, and I'm sitting there like, yes! They're getting away with this shit. They deserve to get away with this shit. It's not their fucking fault that this man is so senile and so evil. That is on him and only on him. And it was her looking at them and saying, yeah, you know, when you fall, you lose teeth and you get punctures on your neck and these things happen. So yeah, it is what it is. Good looking out for them. Good looking out for both of them. They both deserve to live their lives and not be trapped by a man like that. And if you're a man who wants to entrap a woman, you don't love her. Leave her the fuck alone and move on, brother. Please. All right, on to Avatar Fire and Ash. Not going to spend too much time on it. I don't mean to overstate what Avatar is. I've been seeing a lot of negative reviews, a lot of bullshit fluff about the movie being too long and everything. I'm sorry. A movie like Avatar, I don't want to be short. I don't need it to be an hour and a half. If it was an hour and a half, I'd feel like you definitely could have given me more. And more James Cameron always will give us. So for the people who immediately tried to comment and find a way to just throw hate and backlash at it because of the runtime, go watch a different movie then. In this day and age, movies are an hour and a half, usually an hour and 45 max, and they still don't find a way to give us any kind of substance. You might talk about Avatar being predictable and you know what the plot is, great. It doesn't really hurt the fact that it's still a cinematically gorgeous movie, visual stunning, sounds exhilarating. I went to the Dolby Theater with my best friends at AMC, where the Dolby audio is inside your seat and it tilts back a little bit, but you can feel every part. Exemplary, exquisite, sensational. I had no complaint about the movie. It's the same trope. It's the same Sully family trying to get away from danger, trying not to bring danger to other people. It's the Tolkien. I'm actually really happy they made it a kind of a two-part story where they had to keep defending themselves because those motherfuckers kept coming back and trying to murder them. And the saddest part, again, is when I see a Tolkien get killed and its baby calf come up there and wait for it to fucking come back to life, knowing that mama's dead. I do not like watching wildlife die. As a man who likes burgers and chicken and bacon and all those things, yes, I still don't ever want to see animals die. It breaks my fucking heart, okay? And watching those big, beautiful Tolkiens get killed and their calf sitting on them is really depressing. So, fucking hate humans in these moments in these movies and really get so sad. I would say the biggest point more than anything was that Spider, their human son, if you would, Kitty was able to make a way for him to breathe in that world, which it looked like she was getting ready to seize up and not finish the job, but she did. So good on Kitty for doing that. It made it more controversial to me than anything that Jake was thinking about killing our boy Spider. And I'm of the ilk that I don't believe in Spider. I don't think his character is really needed. I think to myself, he could be a goddamn Navi and I'd be so much happier. I don't need him to be a human to try to give us some humanistic Tarzan feel of him being able to do it the same way that they do. Now that he breathes like them and everything, I could see a world where he gets bigger and like closer to what they look like with just growing. But I still thought they could go the way of Jake and like really just say, this body is failing you. We're not going to get rid of you, but we need to get you a body that can be yours type thing is what I sincerely hope for. That being said, I kind of shut the fuck up a little bit when I watched him learn how to breathe, able to breathe on Pandora, and then really help and like be okay with what was going to happen to him. Be okay with Jake having to do that if he had to. And I cried a little bit when he was like, "Do you still love me even if you have to do this?" And Jake says, "With all my heart." And that was the moment I knew he wasn't going to do it. But still, that's just so sad that like he had to understand, I know that I'm not made for this life, but I can do it. And Jake just immediately trying to give up after the TD had just came back and like been okay with him finally being her son and seeing him. And of course she hates humans, you know, but at the same time, because her son dying in the last movie. But of course you saw it and you understood why the frustration was so passionate. My one call out to Avatar Fire and Ash, for as beautiful as the graphics are, as beautiful as the scenes were, I don't think we needed another tribe to be upset and hateful. The hatefulness didn't really like go over for me as like a big issue, more because I thought to myself, Horse works for the military. He's gonna go work with these Na'vi who are now, Makina or something like the name of them, who are very, very negative, who do not believe in Awa, who believe in fire because it's the only thing that's pure in this world type shit. It was almost immediately in my head thought that they were gonna have to have a conflict with the army, because the army is not here to be friends with the Na'vi. The army does not need you to bring in soldiers who are ruthless and show them guns. Right when Horse brought them guns, I was like, how the hell do you have the power to bring Na'vi guns and like cases of them, boatloads? I was like, okay. So when he got excommunicated essentially and grounded, I was like, it's not gonna last, but I'm not surprised. It just wasn't really a point that I cared for. I don't really need Horse to chase Jake anymore. It's kind of one of those, they're so old now, and like Jake kept trying to get him to see, brother, just believe in like what you're seeing around this world. There's so much more than guns and trying to bring me in and capture me because I'm a traitor, and I get that I am, but you understand why I am when I'm on this world and I had no legs? If anybody can remember, I had no legs in the first Avatar, and all I was condemned to a fucking wheelchair. Why would I want to stay in a wheelchair again? Jake's points are so valid and so prevalent, it's not surprising that he was never going to settle for what you wanted him to do. But that's probably the one thing that I would say you don't need anymore after this movie. We can go ahead and leave that arc alone, unless he wants to come back and be a cool guy, General Horus, Colonel Horus, what the fuck ever. I don't really care for him chasing Jake, because he's now captured Jake 3-4 separate times, and he's died. He's not died, he's literally lost him every time, and then I can go get him, I can finish the mission did sound redundant from him. I will give everybody that who's been criticizing him saying that shit. It did get tiring. I will fight him. I'll finish the mission. Dude, you've had like 18,000 chances to finish the mission and still ain't even come close. So, but still, overall, Avatar Fire and Ash, beautiful. Beautiful movie. Cinematics on 10. Please go and watch this movie when you have time. Don't think it's okay to bring your kids, and I'm saying kids like 1 or 2 year old, at a movie at 10:30 at night that doesn't end until 2 in the morning. Please, common sense in your brain. I know you want to go see it. I know you might not have time any other time of the day. You goddamn stupid thinking your kid's gonna sit there for 3 hours unless they're asleep. And guess what? In a movie like this, kind of hard to stay asleep. So please be rational and be a good parent to your kids. Don't make them come out to a late movie that's 3 hours long. If you want to go see it with your kids, go at 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Thank you very much. But yes, The Housemaid, I give an 8 out of 10. Avatar, Fire and Ash, cinematics, graphics, all of it. Fuck a plot. It's there. I know what it is. It's sad. It's capturing guilt and all those things. 9 out of 10 for sure. Worth it, worth it, worth it. Both of them are. Go see them. They're in theaters right now. They're going to be in theaters through the end of the year because they're making money. And they haven't made a whole lot of money at the end of the year aside from Wicked, aside from The Running Man, Predator, and now Avatar and The Housemaid. So go see those movies. Tell me what you guys think. This has been Midwest Brownboy Chronicles. I'm your Midwest Brownboy, Jalen Brownford. Thank you so much for watching any of my videos that you've watched in the past. I appreciate you guys so much more than you know. Like and subscribe. Come back and hear me talk some more. Thank you. You guys have a good week. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace and love always.